I've got to do something real quick at 12:30, but Derek Brundle texted me he was back on the water, so I'm going to go ahead and give Derek and Matthew a call real quick. There we go. We're not gonna do the giveaways just yet. It'll be after about 1 o'clock, between that 1 and 2 time frame.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening?
Is your partner back on the water too?
Yep.
All right, we'll go ahead and give him a call, and then I have a surprise guest that's going to join you.
You should probably see him in the back. See him reaching for his phone.
You actually answered it. You actually messaged me at the perfect time because I've got something I got to do real fast for 30 minutes at 12:30. So this gives me a perfect 30-minute segment.
Nice. Hey, I'm gonna mute my mic because it's real windy.
That's fine. Mr. Conan,
What's happening?
just ready to watch you guys put some pigs on the board.
Is it windy on my mic too?
Not bad. All right, let's see here. People still telling me congratulations on the Elite Eight, and I'm like, man, it's it took all of 77 inches. Matt, Derek's got his mic muted, but he can't hear me. Derek, Matt says, "What's up, buddy?" Matt Linsenman.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening? Hey, Conan, can you hear me?
We got you.
Just had a big one swim with this Matt right here. Come flip. What's up, Matt?
We're gonna be doing a little giveaway later on here. Probably after about 1 o'clock, we're gonna start giving away some party tag swag. Both these oh, here we go. We got Mr. Robert Richards on.
I made it.
All right, Matthew, I'm going to mute your mic for a second, buddy. I've got it. The wind's picking up. I'm going to mute you, Conan. You're good. So, Mr. Richards, what's going on, brother?
My wife wants to go to the beach and see the hurricane tore up. She likes to look for little things. So.
Right on. Well, this is Mr. Robert from Exotic Rods, the actual rods Mr. Derek Brundle's trying to win the championship with here. And I'm gonna have to get myself one too because I just lost my rod and reel setup overboard yesterday. So I guess now it's time to bust out an exotic in my inventory.
Maybe Derek will sell you the gift certificate at a discounted rate. You know, at a fraction. Help you out.
we'll have to see what happens. But after watching this, I'm pretty sold on the rods. I'm gonna have one for myself. So
Just hook me up because Greg already did.
absolutely, you got it. That's gonna happen as soon as today's over with. Guarantee it. Just so you guys do know, this is the Exotic High Performance Rods $100 gift certificate that's going to go to each of the winning team anglers this afternoon when the dust settles. So you guys are going to get a hold of that. A little while back, not last week, I think it was the week before, we got to see Mr. Robert here put an exotic blank to the test. Almost bent the sucker in half. So if you didn't get to watch that, you need to hit the guy up for some video footage. And if you don't know what they can do, I mean, Derek Brundle's at the top of his game for a reason.
Y'all keep an eye on Conan. He's about to catch one right now.
We won't give all the credit to Brundle for fishing ability. We'll give 55% of it to the rods he's using.
That's all right. That doesn't scare me. That was a good fish. Yeah. Thought he was going to eat the swim bait, but he just tracking behind it. Rob,
that's right. You guys are in Texas. Did you guys? Does the hurricane affect y'all at all? Are you guys okay?
We're good. We just got a little bit of rain. That was about it.
Right on. Well, that's the good part about it. I heard it destroyed some of the piers that I fish quite oftenly down there.
Our sales manager lives in South Padre Island, and they got hammered.
Oh, dude, Bob Hall Pier is gone. The T on the Bob Hall Pier is just wiped out.
It's crazy.
And I go down there all the time. I mean, it's and the thing about it was, like, up here where I'm at in Arkansas, we didn't even know about it until like yesterday. Everyone's like, there's a hurricane in Texas? What? And then all of a sudden, you just start seeing all these posts flood Facebook, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, it was a tropical storm until it got close, and it hit that warmer water at the coast again, and just boom. What category was it? Was it a 1 or did it ever make 2? It was at least a 1. But it was wide.
It had to have been wide. I mean, that was some serious damage it put up.
Yeah, it hit, backed off, and then it hit again.
Not just that I see on here. I think Exotic Rods has a deal with the Texas bracket as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm working with Chris Delgado to put something together. We're just trying to work out all the details.
Perfect. Well, I mean, for all you Texas guys that are out there, he's working on that as well. I can't wait to get one of these rods in my hand. Derek has got me. He's even told me exactly what I needed. He goes, look, call him and tell him you want the Derek Brundle version of this. But if you let Jamie Broad sign mine, I'm sending it back.
Yeah, Jamie's got one that'd be ready at the end of the week, and it needs somebody's autograph on it. I just don't know who's yet.
I will drive down there next weekend just to put my famous signature on Jamie's rod.
What we need to do is you sign it, and then me epoxy over it, so you just can't take some acetone and rub it off.
Exactly. Todd, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's up? How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We got the A-team fishing. I think Derek's a little frozen, and then we got Mr. Robert Richards from Exotic Rods on here.
Yeah, I see Robert. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey. I'm out here at East West Harbor on Lake St. Clair on Lake Erie, and it's a treat.
Robert's heading down to see what kind of damage the hurricane did on the beach.
Yeah, that thing it blew up out of nowhere, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's
I
what
tell you,
was telling.
I like Erie. I fished the Mid Atlantic Championship for the Bass Federation on Presque Isle. I love that place.
Presque Isle is beautiful. That is beautiful. Right there by Erie, PA.
Yep.
Okay, one of y'all said something that triggered Alexa. I don't know. But apparently she couldn't find Little Rain by Morgan Waller on Spotify.
How about the A-team just laying the smackdown right now? It's not even close.
Look, man, I love Derek Brundle and I love me some Matthew Conant, but you cannot count out them Florida boys yet. Bobby Moore is
over.
Getting on the water.
It's over.
You just jinxed him because every time you say that, the person that you said was over comes back and wins.
It's over. Danny
just
Gann has to upgrade every fish but one, and Bobby has to upgrade every fish but one. It's over.
Weren't they down by 58 inches?
Bobby doesn't even have a 5-fish limit. It's Florida. You can't. I'm not saying they ain't got to work. They ain't got to work for it. I'm just saying it's Florida. There's a reason.
Hey, I'll be the jackass if I'm wrong. But in my heart, I feel like you can call the bank and bet the house on it.
Well, there's a reason the A-team is still fishing. If they felt it was over, they'd be at home not sweating it out.
I didn't say they felt it was over. I said I did.
So, Robert, what new stuff is Exotic working on? Any new stuff we can find out about on air?
Well, we're getting ready to launch a website, and our graphic designer and social media guy Jeremy Williams, he's been working hard on that. I'm getting ready to send him all the series so he can start doing the product photos. We're going to come out with a really, really high-end rod made on North Fork's X-Ray blank. It's going to have carbon fiber grips. It's going to have recoil guides, ceramic inserted recoil guides. We're hoping this thing comes in right around 4.5, maybe 5 ounces total weight. Derek's already pre-ordered one. He wants a jig rod. These carbon fiber grips, I wish I had some in my hand to show you. They're about 4 sheets of paper thick. You can barely flex them. They've got a soft touch on the outside coating. Derek's swim bait rod has got those grips, but his is on our swim bait blank, our improved module swim bait blank. But even Derek's 8-foot rod probably still doesn't weigh over maybe 6 ounces. We're really looking forward to get into the swim bait market in California and places like that. But our swim bait rods also double as punch rods because they're a moderate action, so the braid it handles the load up on the braid really well. Really, I wish we'd had something like this for Derek in the beginning when he was at the 10. But he had just all prototypes, and we didn't know what blank direction we were going. But we're really trying a few different things. We're going with a semi-sanded blank, which people don't realize the only reason why you paint a blank or you epoxy over a blank is to cover up imperfections. Well, what we're doing is we're going with an unsanded blank because we want to put as least amount of any
weight.
Well, you're right. It does shave weight down when you sand a blank, but it also, if you sand it all the way, you can also depending on the pressure, you can have some spots that are more sanded than others. Might be liable to break in those places as well. So we're trying to minimize the amount of potential failures that these rods have. Rods do fail, but I want to look, I want to be able to provide people with a tool and feel like they're getting their money's worth. You pay $250 or $300 from rods from China, with likelihood of them breaking is probably, better. It's over 50%. I'd rather you pay $300 for one of our rods that's made here, and it lasts, and it'd be one of your favorites.
Right.
Absolutely. Now you've got. I know Derek talks a lot about the XI1s, XI2s.
So the X1s and the X2s.
Yes, I know
Yeah.
that's. He talks a whole lot about those on air all the time. Pretty much said that's what I needed to get is one of those for a fluke spinning rod. How long does it take once somebody orders to get the rod in right now with everything going on?
Right now with custom orders, you're probably looking at a week to 2 weeks, only because I've got stores ordering 10 to 20 rods, and those bulk orders take pretty much a priority to get them in the stores. But really, it's about 2 weeks. I can get a rod done in about 2 weeks.
Do you have stock rods already available for someone to order and send out?
I have some. I'm gonna be putting the list together here soon that we can just post on the Facebook page for now. I've got a lot of deep crankbait rods. I've got some 7/6 heavies, which is the longer version of Derek's spinnerbait and chatterbait rod that he uses, but it also works really good for like a 10XD and 8XD. I've got a 710 version of that blank that I use for my bull shad, because it's a hybrid, so it's got the glass in the top third and it's graphite the rest of the way out. We've got some of those. I have some X3s where those are a little on the it'd be like not quite the Louis Vuitton, so it'd be like the Michael Kors for the ladies out there or the guys that like style. But they're very sensitive. Derek has a spinning rod on an X3. He said it's one of the most sensitive rods he's ever had. But like I said, the X-ray is the way to go. But that's a $500 rod, so it's you gotta really have your discerning fishermen that really want it. But it's not just expensive. It really is sensitive. It's strong. It's light. But we're working on doing everything. Fly rods. We've built some tarpon rods already. Some snapper rods for offshore. We're not just trying to limit ourselves to the bass and redfish market. We kind of want to. We don't want to compete for the same anglers. We want to compete for fishermen in general.
Well,
now, Robert,
go ahead, Todd.
I was going to say you said in previous interview that you're kind of maybe outsourcing some other work to some people that you trust. Is that just on what rods would that be on, and what would that entail with having outsourced work?
We're looking at outsourcing, but it's more to help us out with our inventory for in the stores. But I've got gotcha. I've really got some good friends that I've worked with before, and I trust them. We all learned roughly in the same place from the same people, and
right.
And the fishing rod community is small, So, you're always wanting to throw business, someone else's way. I mean, what if I'm out of reel seats and I need to go and I say, hey man, can you loan me some reel seats? I want to be able to have that type of relationship. Or, we're out of guides. And they're good guys, and there are guys out there on the kayak tour that use these guys as rods.
Right.
And they do great work. I mean, right now we're 2 people, as far as that do all the building, and
right.
People don't realize from start to finish, realistically, it takes 3 days to build a rod.
Oh wow!
From the process.
What kind of warranties do you guys carry with your rods? Is there any warranty?
Yeah, the X1 is a 1-year warranty. After that, we prorate it. That's our $199 rod. The X2 carries a 2-year warranty and then prorating. Then our X3 is 3 years and then it's prorated. The X-Ray is 5 years and then prorated. If you're gonna spend $500, we're gonna give you the best we can.
Right.
And then the X5 is 3 years as well.
Okay.
So that we're doing a prorate. We're working on a serialized process similar to like what St. Croix does, so that we can identify. We're working on a square logo on the. I'm trying to get it on the rod itself because I haven't seen anybody do it, but it'll at least be on the hang tag for a square reader, and that'll automatically take you to the registration portion of the website when it comes up. And then,
nice.
So we want people to instead of saying, "Hey, I bought this rod," I want to make sure they bought the rod. It doesn't make any sense to try to get one over on people, in my opinion. But
right,
just be honest. If you're honest with me and you're straight up front about what happened, hey man, I fell on my rod, Derek.
That's funny.
Yeah, I built him a replacement, but fortunately he didn't die and drown in the water when he fell. But I'm probably diming him out. He's probably going to call me later and just give me crap.
He's actually having phone issues at the moment. He's trying to get his network restarted again.
We got Conan up there just
fishing away. What's up, Matt?
I need to get him in a couple of these rods.
You need to get me a couple of these rods. I don't want to take no shots, but I am an Elite 8 angler.
Didn't you squeeze in with 77 inches yesterday?
Sure did. 77-inch average, baby. It don't matter how you fish. It matters who you fish.
That's true.
There's Derek.
There's Derek.
Derek's gonna be in trouble next week.
Derek's gonna be in trouble next week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey Derek, I just dimed you out, man.
What happened?
They were talking about rod warranty.
Oh.
How about how you fell on your rod?
Yeah, that was ugly.
Why didn't we get that on camera?
He was fishing for striper.
Fishing for striper. That's what happened.
I smashed him too. And I smashed my rod. It was like a Kiss guitar moment.
Well, he almost died. He could have drowned in that marsh.
You should have seen the softball-sized egg I had on my head.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I went down trying to protect the rod, smashed my head, and the rod broke.
Yeah, I really wish we'd have had the hybrid for Derek earlier when he was on that 5 Live, because I think he would have. I think he'd have caught like 15 straight fish instead of 11.
Oh yeah, the hookup ratio was phenomenal.
Yeah, that hybrid is really designed for the movement. The moving baits, the shock. To handle the shock. And I just can't wait till we're able to actually be able to get more of these out. But we're really pushing for the retailer. Fishermen love to handle their tools, because that didn't work out right. Handle their fishing rods before they buy them. If you're gonna spend $300 on a rod, you really want to be able to see if you like it.
Right.
But I built Derek a special punching rod just for this weekend, and unfortunately, for some of the other anglers that are waiting on rods, Derek's our biggest promoter. He really showcases our stuff. So if he wants a rod, and like I said, it takes 3 days to build a rod. You can do it faster. I mean, I did it in like a day or 2 days for Derek. But I came in, I was working on it, after hours. I was there until midnight, trying to get this rod out to him. And,
He's wearing his exotic t-shirt.
What shipping process do you use, Robert?
Right now, we take all of our orders via Square, but we're switching to Shopify. So you'll be able to just go in, go to Shopify, and it'll generate generate an email, and then I'll go into our shipping software. And right now I'm shipping everything through UPS, but as people know, it's not cheap to ship a rod. They hit you with a balloon fee, especially if it's over 96 inches, which Derek's swim bait rod was. I want to say it was like $90 or $100 to ship that rod to Derek. But Derek pays for all of his expedited shipping. If we ship it regular, we don't charge him for shipping. But when he needs something in 2 days, he really feels he needs it, he'll order it and I'll get it there in 2 days. We ship everything
using
right now,
PVC?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, PVC tubes. Now I do have some leftover Tackle Warehouse and Fish USA and all those other. I have those super heavy cardboard tubes left over. So I'll use them when I can. The super thick ones are pretty hard to break, but leave it to these carriers. They can break anything if they really want to.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we've all had it done. But Derek's punching rod. I made a spiral wrap or revolving guide system. Some people heard it called acid wrap. A lot of guys don't like it, but believe it or not, that is the best way to limit the torque you put on a fishing rod.
Right.
And depending on if you reel left-handed or right-handed, you can spiral it accordingly. I tell people, if you think about it, when you lean on the rod's going to torque a certain direction.
Wow.
Or the guides are going to go under a certain direction. But Derek's, I was telling Derek for punching, I said, if you think about it, a lot of times you'll get line wrap or whatever, and you'll have that line sitting on top of your blank. Even the best guide spacing, you're going to have the line touch the blank somewhere. Everybody talks about manufacturer guide spacing and talk about stuff like that. Really, it's easier just to do your own in-house. Put the rod under load, mark your guides. If you look at some of our guides, there's not a consistent spacing because I try to make it to where, the guides, actually touch the blank the least amount. But to eliminate that with Derek and his braid and the torque, I just told him, hey, it's like a spinning rod. Your line will never touch the blank. It'll just rotate to the bottom. So that was the theory with this. He said he likes it. He said he likes it a lot. Some people say it feels tip heavy.
Yeah.
We have to rip it there. We can't hear anything you're saying.
What do you say, Derek?
I said it definitely helps with the spiral wrap when you got a big fish in the mat. It
Okay.
really helps to unload the torque on the rod.
Nice.
Now those do take a while because you have to place each guide. It's a little more difficult. You got to separate yourself from somebody somehow because everybody's got going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a cast right, reel left guy.
Well, I tell you guys what, man, Robert, I really appreciate you coming on. I've got to run for about 30 minutes. Quick question, exotic. Do you guys have like apparel clothing and stuff like that, right? Buffs, hats.
Matt Conant's hooked up.
Matt's on.
Matt was on. Oh, he did get it.
We have a sister
bite.
company, Exotic. exotic camouflage and fishing gear. They're handling all of our. We do have some fishing shirts, exotic high performance rod shirts, in a moisture wick. We're working on expanding that line. Everything's based on availability of materials. And unfortunately, a lot of the material. So I'm working with the owner to see if we can get some stuff. Might be a little bit more, but I think it'll be better in the long run.
Right on, brother. Well, you stay safe out there. I'm thankful you came on with us today. It's always an honor speaking with you. And I'm glad we got to get you on here with your boy, Derek Brundle. We'll be coming back on broadcast here in about 30, 45 minutes, and we'll wrap up the rest of our day then. But you guys take it easy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
See ya. Good luck, y'all.
See ya. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I got a little bit of things I got to handle. We'll come back live here in about 30, 45 minutes and kick off with Smoking Guns.